Ever thought about the joy of making homemade carbonara pasta? Welcome to a world where the scent of fresh pasta and creamy sauce fills the air. Here you can revel in the authentic flavor of wholesome ingredients and the unparalleled satisfaction of creating a gourmet dish from scratch. Despite common misconceptions, crafting homemade carbonara pasta isn't as complex as it sounds. It's a delightful, rewarding process. Homemade carbonara, with its distinctive allure, has the power to bring family together like no other dish. With just a few ingredients and a touch of patience, you too can create an exquisite homemade carbonara pasta. Before we begin, gather all the necessary ingredients and tools. You'll need flour, the backbone of pasta, providing structure and substance. Next, eggs. They enrich the dough, lending a tender bite and a nice yellow hue. A pinch of salt enhances the flavors, and a drizzle of olive oil adds a subtle depth and aids in the kneading process. To prepare a delightful carbonara sauce, collect guanciale or pancetta, pecorino romano cheese, more eggs, and black pepper. These ingredients provide a rich and creamy base with a hint of spiciness from the black pepper, perfectly complementing our homemade pasta. Now, the tools. A mixing bowl is where all the magic starts, combining our ingredients into a dough. A fork is perfect, slowly incorporating the flour with the eggs. Then, a pasta machine or a rolling pin. These are your ticket to thin, even pasta sheets. Lastly, a knife to cut your pasta into your desired shapes. With everything in place, we can now start making our pasta dough and an indulgent carbonara sauce. Creating the pasta dough is a straightforward yet pivotal step. It all initiates with a heap of flour on your workspace. Carve a well in the middle and break your eggs into it. With a fork, gradually blend the flour into the eggs until a rough dough develops. Now it's time to roll up your sleeves. Knead dough, employing the heels of your hands to push and pull. This kneading practice is crucial as it matures the gluten in the flour, gifting your pasta that sought-after chewy texture. After a dedicated 10 minutes of kneading, swaddle your dough in plastic and set it aside to rest. While the dough is resting, use this pause to preparing the carbonara sauce. Begin by frying some diced pancetta in a hot pan until it turns crispy. In a separate bowl, whisk together egg yolks, grated pecorino romano, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Once pancetta is ready, remove it from the heat and swiftly mix it with the creamy yolk mixture, allowing the heat from the pancetta to slightly cook egg yolks. The resting period for the dough is vital, as it permits the dough to unwind, facilitating an easier rollout process later. Now that our dough is ready and rested, and our carbonara sauce is prepared, we can proceed to the entertaining part, shaping the pasta and combining it with our delicious sauce. Are you ready to transform that dough into mouth-watering pasta? Let's get rolling, literally. Start by dusting your workspace with a bit of flour to prevent sticking. Roll your dough out until it's thin but not transparent. The thickness will depend on your desired pasta shape. Speaking of shapes, there's a world of choices. From the classic spaghetti to the elegant farfalle, each shape carries sauce differently, so choose wisely. Now once your pasta shapes are cut, it's time for the magic to happen. Bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil, salt it generously. We're talking as salty as the sea here. Then, plunge your pasta in. Cooking times will vary depending on the thickness, but fresh pasta cooks much quicker than dried, often in just 2 to 3 minutes. And here comes the grand finale, the union of pasta and carbonara sauce. In a large pan, cook your pancetta until it is crispy. Remove it from the pan, and in the same pan, add the carbonara sauce. Simmer it for a couple of minutes. When your pasta is cooking, drain it, but keep a bit of pasta water. Add the cooked pasta and a little bit of the pasta water to the pan with the sauce. This will help the sauce cling to the pasta better. Give it a good toss to make sure every strand of pasta is coated in creamy carbonara. Sprinkle the crispy pancetta on top, and voila! Your pasta carbonara is ready to be served. There you have it. Delicious homemade pasta that's sure to impress. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and savor the taste of your culinary masterpiece.